Hello, 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 y'all. Hello. Wait, every time I get on here, I don't know why I can never get rid of this doggone flash sale. It's gonna be there for a minute in the comments. Ignore it. It don't mean nothing. So welcome back to Call Me CEO, the conversations, the space where we have real, intentional conversations about becoming the women you were called, women you were called to be in life, leadership, and business. I am your host, Angela M. Davis, aka Angela D. I'm an author, speaker, and master digital marketing strategist, and I am on a mission to help women reignite their passion, rediscover their purpose, and reinvent their lives and businesses. And so each week, I sit down with powerhouse women, women who are authors, speakers, CEOs, and entrepreneurs who are leading with heart, faith, and fire, honey. And so tonight's episode, it's very meaningful to me because this is really like the final one of 2025, right? It's the final live episode. I'm gonna come kick it with y'all probably the night before. I think, yeah, like maybe New Year's Eve. I don't know, we'll see. But it's really the final live episode of 2025. I restarted these interviews about 5 6 weeks ago, sometime in November. And I've had really a great time with these women, talking to these women. They're sharing their stories, they're sharing their businesses. And so I've just been really excited about this whole thing. And as we close out this year, though, I wanted to end this conversation or end with a conversation that helps to reflect, realign, and reset. Because this is the time of year. We busy, we running all over the place. We're trying to wrap things up and blah, blah, blah. So and we want you to reflect, realign, and reset. We don't want you to have pressure when you close this year. We want you to have clarity and confidence, right? So the topic of today that we're talking about is finishing strong. And we hear that all the time. We got to finish strong, finish strong, finish strong. But we're going to talk about it today in a little bit of a different light. So, finishing strong, the CEO strategy for closing out your year with clarity and confidence is that what we're talking about today. And I couldn't think of a better woman to have this conversation with than my girl, Miss Lakeisha Carter, honey. She is back here. She is a mother, a certified transformation coach. She's a speaker, author, and she is the founder of Pinnacle U LLC, a personal and professional development practice focused on helping women grow from the inside out. So I'm going to bring her on up on this stage.
Hey,
Welcome, sister. Thank you for being here. So, welcome. I'm just excited to close this year out with you. And it's crazy to even be saying close the year out.
did
But here we are.
we just bring in 2025?
I feel like it just happened. Like it just happened, but I guess not, right? It's been a year. And
Yeah,
as we're in it, it doesn't seem like it's flying by as quickly as it is. But man, here we are.
here we are.
Right here we are. Yes. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it, and talk about like why finishing strong matters. You know what I mean? Why it matters. Because like I said, there's a lot of pressure around this time. I just have to say this. My little dog, every single time, y'all, every single time I get on here, she comes, she whines, she act up, y'all. She act up. But y'all know that though, because y'all been following me long enough to know
You
about Fifi.
already know.
But she over here whining in my ear, getting on my nerves. That's the pressure. It's always a lot of pressure around this time of year, right? People are tired, right? We tired. We just were talking about how tired we are. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? We're reflecting
Yeah.
and they're rushing to wrap things up, right? Sometimes without intention. And that's the crazy part, because finishing stronger or finishing strong, it doesn't have to mean hustling harder. It
Mm,
just doesn't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so from your perspective, and you work with women, this is like what you do. What does finishing strong really mean for women CEOs, especially women who are leading families, businesses, and themselves, as we often do? So what does that mean?
Wow. That's such a powerful question. When I think about finishing strong, I want to talk about what strong means because it can look different from one woman to the next. Strong
Yeah.
for one woman might just mean showing up. I'm here. That might
You're right.
be, or the biggest win is to have made it and to be here alive with another opportunity. Strong can also mean I've reached my goals. I have exceeded my goals for the year, and I don't lose heart. I don't want to lose momentum. So to finish strong is I'm not going backwards.
Yeah.
I'm on the mountain. I might not have reached the mountain top yet, but I'm not going back. And that is so relevant to me right now because this year I experienced one of the biggest transformations of my life, and that is losing almost 50 pounds. I started the year, yes.
You better come on through. You talk about language, you better come on through, girl.
People don't know. I started the year tipping that scale way more than I needed to.
Yeah.
And I went through a 40-day turn-up transformation process with Dr. Joe throughout this year. And I lost probably around 47 pounds. And I took a picture of my before, and it said never again. With the weight that I started out with. So even to finish the year strong, right? I reached my goal, but I'm not going back to the scale at 200, And so I think that for us, strong means where you are and where you refuse to go back to. And that is what strong is. To your point, it's not that I achieve more, that I get more followers, that I make more money, that I, get more clients. Of course, we want those things.
Yeah.
But the key is I'm not going to stop. I'm not giving up. So strong is not giving up, persevering to the next.
And I can dig that though. Like you said, it's important because finishing strong is about closing chapters. You close that chapter, at least that part of it. And I can hear you. I relate. You look beautiful and amazing. So that is really amazing. You know what I mean? I know how hard it is. I struggle with my weight every day. I'm struggling right now. So I understand. I understand. And my weight goes up and down and I'm on that same journey. So I get it. And it's not just about how much we accomplished, but you accomplished something, right? You accomplished something. And you did it the way you needed to do it. And so I can, like I said, I can dig that. Yeah. Distractions though. Distractions and boundaries, we get distracted and we also need to set boundaries. December, I think, is one of just this whole season is one of the most distracting months of the year, one of the most distracting seasons of the year, but not just because of the hustle and bustle, but emotionally, mentally, financially, you know what I mean? It's a distraction. There are obligations. Especially as women, we obligated to do so many things, expected to do so many things, family needs, social commitments. We got to go to this party. We got to go shopping. We got to bake these cookies. We got to go get these kids and grandkids and oh my goodness, and on and on and on. And so we can easily lose ourselves, right? In all of this madness and chaos and nonsense. And so how do women protect their peace, protect their energy, protect their mood and all of the things? And you know what? I want to also say this is food floating all over the place. You might be at the office, they passing out cookies and donuts and you know what I mean? And everybody is eating good and we partying. And I mean, that affects you as well. You know what I mean? It just does. So how do you protect your peace during this time? And what are some essential boundaries? You know what I mean? That you need to set when everything feels like it needs our attention.
Wow. That's so good. But since you mentioned donuts, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not turning down a good. We only live once. That donut ain't gonna do nothing. So you gonna eat that donut in peace. That's all I'm just saying. That's what
I can dig it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you bring up those words, distractions. In my book, Unapologetic, I actually have a statement where I say distractions are the enemy of progress. And in order for you to continue moving forward, you must either reduce or eliminate the distractions that are keeping you from moving forward. And that looks different for everyone, whether that's social media, whether that's watching TV or whatever that distraction is for you. You have to name it, identify it, and then find ways to eliminate those distractions. You know, not everything is important, not everything is necessary. So the second thing you have to do is to prioritize what's most important and where you're directing your time and energy. You know, time and energy are some of the most valuable resources that we have.
You better say it. You better say
You
it.
know,
Yes.
God gives us life. He gives us our breath. We wake up, everybody got the same number of hours in a day, as we say, right? And we in the culture, we're always on. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
promote.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you heard someone celebrate rest, quiet,
Mm-hmm.
stillness?
Yeah.
And we have to normalize that as and celebrate. No, I'm turning off. I'm disconnecting because I do need to refuel. And
Mm.
so those boundaries around self-care, uh, I also say in my book that you can't pour from an empty cup, but you can't drink from one either.
Come on now. Come
Okay.
on.
So if we're on empty, then nobody benefits. And then we
That's right.
sacrifice our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, all for it to, I don't know, you will not benefit. No one that you love will benefit if you're not well.
That's right. That's
And
right.
so the boundaries are more than keeping things out. It's also protecting and holding what's near and dear to you. And so you mentioned peace,
Yeah.
protecting our peace. Well, peace is our protection.
Mm.
If we walk in peace, if we seek peace, if we honor peace and not
Mm-hmm.
chaos and not feed into the negativity and all of the chaos that's around us, then guess what? We are protected by that peace because we're walking in peace.
I love that. I love that. That is such a different it is such a different perspective,
Yeah.
and just a different way to look at it. And you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
and it's 100% true, man.
Yeah.
And it's a strategy. Peace is a strategy. Like you said, that should be a part of your strategy if you walking in it anyway, right? And if you have that anyway, right, that should be able to protect you. That is, I don't know, I just never looked at it that way, but that is really a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
And creating those boundaries it's not selfish, people. It's just not, ladies. We can say no. You can say no.
Oh, no, it's
You
a
can say I can't
complete.
come. Yeah, I can't do it. You can say no. It's okay. You know, we try to kind of satisfy everyone. You know, I'm getting invited here. I'm doing this. I gotta. It's okay to say no sometimes. And like you said, if you're walking in peace and you are existing in peace, that
Mm.
peace is gonna protect you. So I
Yeah.
absolutely love that. I absolutely love
Yeah.
that. Tell me this though about reflection because you know this time of year as we're entering like the winter solstice is coming up, winter is coming up, period. It's supposed to be a time of reflection, a
Mhm.
time of rest, right? A time
Right.
of dormancy, a time to even enjoy the fruits of the labor and the harvest that you've reaped, you know,
Yeah.
over the year. So before we step though into a new year, I feel like reflection on yourself and your life and the things you've done throughout the year is key, and no judgment, even the things you didn't do, you know what I mean, or the things you didn't finish.
Right.
No judgment, no shame, just honest evaluation of just taking that honest evaluation in that stock. So as
Mhm.
women are preparing for a new year, what should they be evaluating about their lives, their leadership and goals moving forward?
Oh, that's such a great question. I encourage my clients to cultivate a habit of what I call graceful reflection on an almost daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yes, new year, new you, you know, you get it. You get it. We are going to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Vision boards are getting ready to go up. I love them. I got like 10 of them.
Yeah.
But when we think about reflection gracefully, we have to give ourselves permission to not be okay with whatever it is that we learn through that reflection or be excited about it. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
like to have 3 core questions. You know, what did I learn this year? what were my lessons this year? What were my greatest accomplishments, my wins, things that I'm most proud of? And like I said in the beginning, it could be just waking up every morning and being here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I didn't lose the weight that I wanted. Maybe I didn't get the job that I applied for, but I'm here and I'm going to continue to strive until I reach my goals. So I think there's what are you most proud of? And then what were your big challenges? What were the things that did not serve you this year? Whether
Yeah.
that's what I call spaces, and places.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did not serve you well? What do you need to release because
Mm-hmm.
it did not move you any closer to your intended, goal?
Right.
And if you sit with that just for a while, then you can easily begin to now clarify where you want to go moving forward because goals change. I don't
That's
have
right.
the same goals I had in 2024 or 2025. Writing this book was nowhere on my vision board for the year. So
That's
God,
all right.
he said he would do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we may ask or think. So God has a way of taking you further, but you have to be open and willing to trust him to
That's
do what
right.
he's going to do in your life. So I think deep prayer, there can be no reflection without prayer because
Yeah.
we are not our own creation. We can't do everything by ourselves. And so once we understand and we pray and we ask those questions, what did I learn? What am I most proud of? Where did I achieve a win or a goal? And then what are some of the things that I did not achieve that, I need to release?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, alignment is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters, right? What actually matters. And what matters, not what sometimes we get, like you say, it could be social media, whatever it is, we get caught up in the hype of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we start doing stuff that really doesn't matter. It doesn't align and it does not help us and it does not push us forward.
Agree.
And so I think that being intentional, being in alignment is what will help you beyond,
Yeah.
making it accomplishing those goals, making it into the next year with intentions and powerfully, right? So setting intentions, we're talking about goal setting, because again, we out here running businesses, we running households, we running all types of stuff, and we're not just CEOs of businesses, we're the CEOs of our lives. And so we set goals every year,
Every,
right? And they don't always every year we set these goals every year, no matter what it is. I'm gonna write the book, I'm gonna start the business, I'm gonna lose the weight, I'm gonna lead that man, I'm gonna lead that woman, whatever it is. I'm gonna stop letting people do this, that, and the third. I'm gonna do that. And we say that, we write it down, we got the vision board, we start,
yes.
we start off strong, and then sometimes it doesn't stick, and a lot of times it may feel overwhelming, right, instead of empowering.
Yeah.
So
Agree.
what do you think? How do you think women should set goals that support their whole life and not just our to-do list?
Oh boy. These are such good questions, Angela. I mean,
Because we got to get into it, honey. We got to get into it.
I know we're trying to help. Listen, you talking to me because I've done them all. I've done the life wheel,
Uh-huh.
social, physical, spiritual,
Yep.
mental, financial, all of the IALs on the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say we have to start small, pick your point of what matters, to evaluate every area of your life can be overwhelming. And I would say pick 3.
Right.
Right. About 3. I'm still working on those financial goals from like
15 I know that's right.
So last year I had to pick, okay, my wellness.
Yeah.
And wellness is multifaceted. So
Mhm.
just because you picked an area doesn't mean you have to focus on one thing, because that one area of wellness, in
Yeah,
many cases, your emotional state, your it affects your physical state. Your mental
absolutely.
affects everything, and it affects every area of your life, socially and everything. So if you just pick the core of that area in your life that you need to be intentional about, I would focus on that area
Yeah.
and then the goals from there. I will tell you, focusing on my weight, it wasn't my weight, it was the weights.
Yes, ma'am. And I know what you're
So
saying. Yeah.
I was carrying other weights, and it was manifesting itself in the 200 and 15,
Yeah.
16 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And so I could easily say, well, I need to lose weight. I need to get healthy. No, I needed to get spiritually healthy. And I needed to then manage my emotions, which was leading to the emotional eating, which was leading to the weight gain. And
Hmm.
so once you begin to unpack just the one area, right, it's going to impact other areas of your life. So I think it to stop the overwhelm is not to set too many goals or just focus
Right.
on too many areas at one time. But let me tell you, it doesn't mean that you don't put all those areas on the table,
Right. Right.
because you
Yeah.
still need to have a vision for your life.
Absolutely. And a
Not all
strategy.
of it,
That's
right?
right. That's
Because
right.
you're a whole person. You're not a piece of a person. God didn't create just one aspect of us. He created
Right.
us in his image. So that means that we have the capacity to look at our lives, but he also said to give us the prayer is give us this day our daily bread. So
That's right.
we can't eat a loaf of bread for the year.
That's
We
right.
just need to be one day at a time. So
That's
I
it.
think we have to be realistic and understand our capacity and just tackle, one area.
Yeah.
As God opens up one area of our lives, then the other areas will follow.
That's right.
Because my social wellness became better. My emotional wellness became better. Physical,
Mm.
financial, it all did. But I didn't have a goal for finances, a goal for
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
one big goal help solve every other goal or
Right.
reach every other goal. So that's
And
how I would answer that.
I love it. I love it. Goals that support who we're becoming,
Yes.
not just what we're becoming. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
And so yeah, you hit that one, the nail right on the head. Man, I felt that because like you said, it wasn't just the weight, it was the weight, right?
Mm,
Like the emotional eating, and it can manifest in many different ways for many different people. So it
yeah.
just depends on who that is, right?
Yeah.
So before we get up out of here, I want you to tell us more about your book. I want you to tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, because my name is covering my page, I have to put it
Put
up
it
next.
on up there. Put it on up there. Go
There
on.
it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, wow. This book is amazing. It's called Unapologetic, Bold Leadership Success Strategies for Women of Color. And the core message of this book is really an empowerment guide for women of color, specifically and exclusively. I'm very unapologetic about the fact that
Absolutely.
this is for us,
That's right.
Black and Brown women. And the core message is that we were never designed to shrink. We were never meant to shrink in life or at work. And this is a bold invitation to walk in the fullness of who you were created to be. And so whether that's at home or at work or in the community, this book really teaches you all the tools and strategies that you need to, again, let those weights that we carry, to put those to the side and then shine in the fullness of who we are. And so every chapter deals with an area of shrinkage, as the concept of shrinkage, which is making or becoming smaller to fit in
Mm,
or to make others comfortable. I did
mhm.
that for a good portion of my adult life. whether it was in corporate America, whether in relationships, I was invisible.
Yeah.
So I took all of the lessons that I had to learn throughout my journey so that the next woman would not have to take as long to come into the fullness of who she is.
Yeah.
So every chapter, whether it's reclaiming your time and energy, power of self-care, assertiveness, speaking up, breaking barriers to your progression, it's all meant not just for if you're in the corporate space, but whatever space in life you're in, you
Yeah.
need this book because you need to shine, you need to walk in the fullness of who God created you to be. And that's
Yes,
what
ma'am.
this book is about.
Yes, ma'am. And I love it. And I absolutely love the unapologetic because I'm about as unapologetic as it is,
As they come.
as it's like, baby. And I am here for, women
Yeah,
of color, man, womanhood in general has been
yeah,
under attack, but womanhood, as it relates to Black womanhood,
yes,
has been under attack. So I'm
yes,
here for it all. I'm here
yes,
for it all.
yes.
They want to tell us what we should say, dress,
Mhm.
do. You shouldn't do this. You better do this. You ain't this. And to reduce. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Reduce us. And no, no, ma'am, we're not doing that, honey. We're not
we're
shrinking. Like you said, you were not
not
designed.
at all.
We're
Not at
not.
all.
We're not designed to do that.
No, we're not. We're
You know.
not. It's so funny because I have some earrings that I wear, and they're hoop earrings, love earrings, and
Yes.
on the back it just says very Black. And so I
Yeah.
love that because someone was like, "What does that say?" And I say it in the most blackety black voice I
The
could.
blackest way I can say it, baby. Hey.
Loud,
Yes, indeed.
happy, full of joy, and as Black as anybody can.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
that. I love that. It's so empowering.
It is. It
You know?
absolutely is. And I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. How can folks get your book? How can we do that?
A couple of ways. The best way is on my website is pinnacle-u.com. I'll share the link after the show. But if you go to my website, there is a workbook, a companion workbook available, and you will get a signed copy plus a bookmark and a pen. So that's the best way to
Ooh.
get it.
I
Yeah.
like goodies.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
like goodies. I'm sitting
good.
up here trying to see can I pull this
That's what
joint
I'm
up
talking
while we on
about.
here.
Gotta get the
And I
good.
pulled you up. I got it. I'm about to drop this link right on
Drop it
in
in, and
these good
the
comments.
way is through Amazon. So you can,
Yeah.
of course, get it through Amazon. There's the ebook that's available as well as the paperback.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So we closing out the year. We're releasing with I would say it's not just release is just as important as intention. I'm gonna say it
Mm.
again. Release is just as important as the intention. So what's one thing, just one thing that you believe women should release before this year ends? So they can be lighter, because we want to be lighter, clearer, and more confident.
Oh my goodness. Just one?
Just
Okay.
one.
All
Come
right.
on,
What
just
time
give
is
us one.
it? 9:29. Oh man, I gotta pick the one.
Yep,
Oh
you
my
gotta pick
goodness.
one. Pick the
Okay,
best
I'll
one.
pick
Come on.
one. I'll pick one. People pleasing.
Please. I think that's a good one. I think that is an excellent one. Yes. Yes.
Yes. And I mean, that can take on so many forms. And I know we hear it all the time, but that is just you diminish yourself when you are in
Hmm.
a people pleasing state of being
Hmm.
because it leads to self erasure. And
Hmm.
now I become invisible. And then at some point it musters up and it bubbles up and then you explode one day and you're blaming everyone else. And yet you had the power to create those boundaries to keep yourself safe and protected because
Hmm.
we're protected by our peace.
That's it. And that's a word.
That's a
That's
word.
a word right there. Because
Word.
sometimes, the biggest breakthrough comes from just letting it go. You know what I mean? And when I tell y'all, my life is a living testament to
Yeah.
letting it go. So that's where your breakthrough comes from, man. Listen, listen, listen. I am
Come
so
on.
appreciative of you.
Listen.
I am. I am. I thank you for your wisdom. I thank you for your presence, man. I thank you for being
Yes.
here. I thank you for your unapologeticness,
Mm,
sister. I
yes.
thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So how can and also on social media, how can they find you?
I'm Lakeisha Carter everywhere. You can spell
That's
my name Lakeciac. Unapologetically different. It's Lakeisha with a C. All one word. So Lakeisha Carter everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
That's what I'm talking about. And I have to say this as in my marketing way. I love that you are consistent across all platforms.
There's only one. Yes,
You
I
better
couldn't
know it. I
move
love it. I love it. I
name or
love
this or
it.
nothing. No, it's just me.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
easy to remember.
Yeah. All right. Well, girl, I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day to come kick it with me for a minute.
Always.
Yes,
Always.
ma'am.
And it won't be the last. I
No,
cannot
it certainly will not. We got work to do, baby.
fix.
We
You
got
got a
work to
tour
do.
coming up. What you talking
Yes,
about?
yes, ma'am. We got work to do. We got lives to impact. We got stuff to do.
That's
So
what you do.
thank
Okay.
you, thank you, thank you. And I
Thank
look forward
you.
to connecting with you again later, sis.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you so much.
you. All right, y'all. We're
Okay.
gonna I know. Listen, that was such a great conversation. I feel like this was the perfect conversation to just like wrap this thing up at the end of the year. And so to whoever is watching, whether you watch on the replay, whether you're watching live, I don't see nobody on here right now, but somebody was. So whether you're joining in from YouTube or wherever you're at, I want you to I want to thank you first of all for being a part of this journey, for tuning in every week for these last few weeks. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me this year. So if this episode blessed you, I want you to stay connected. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, at Angela D Official, and you know where to find me. But also, I know there's a link, I believe, on this video somewhere. Get your copy of the book that is driving this entire movement, that's driving these interviews, the Call Me CEO tour, all of those things. Get it. Get your copy. Don't call me crazy. Call me CEO. Your guide. This is your guide to healing, clarity, and confidence. Share this episode with another woman who needs to finish strong this year. And also, if you are interested, I'm looking for authors in Buffalo, New York, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Detroit, Michigan. So, where are you? I'm looking for you. I'm looking for authors, speakers, vendors, entrepreneurs, sponsors. This tour is for you. I have another interest meeting coming up on December 20th, this Saturday. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. I want you on this tour. And yeah, so again, share this episode out. And remember, you don't have to rush into the next year. You're allowed to close this one with peace, power, and purpose, baby. And thank you for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.